Hello, everyone, and welcome to this live as we are joined on the edge of the lake. It's a nice place, quite tranquil, quite calm. Around this side of the lake, though, is where a particular pack cabin lies, which is known as the pack cabin of the Ravens that are lost. They often spend there a lot of the time at this lake. They, their Theurge Lily often swims along it. They themselves seem to just gravitate towards the water. But Lily has not been swimming for a while now. Leaf and Marius generally are there, but Lily Trimminson has been noticeably silent since her recent punishment by the true catcher. And the lake itself, the waters almost respond to that. Such a bright presence with a thick spirit heritage that tends to things. Well, maybe the lake is itself quiet and tranquil, as the being itself that normally tends to it is quiet and not so tranquil. And that is where Charlotte kind of bibbers and bonders her way along, as she usually does, as per her glasswalker self. Well, there's the fucking Raven's cabin along the very nice scenic view of the lake, with the crags in the distance.
Yep, when she's coming from the right direction, fuck it. She just walks along the edge of the water. At this point, not with her feet in the water because it is way too cold for that horse shit. And let's face it, the edge of the lake is probably frozen. So,
Yeesh.
she's trudging along, but alongside the lake, kind of looking out over it. And let's face it, probably assuming that a lot of the quietness is just the result of the cold.
Yeesh.
But yes, she is trudging, hands in pockets, scarf up over her mouth because Jesus Christ, when that cold air hits her lungs, fucking whew, very bracing. But yeah, heading over.
You'll see their house pretty readily.
Yep, eyeballing the porch, heading up that way.
You will see the signature figure of the silent sentinel that is Leaf Oryx, and he's sitting there pretty much. I just put these two. It's because it's just easier to have them on separate things for same things. But you'll see Leaf first.
Yeah, she'll just her up towards the porch. Unless he's gonna start bristling and she needs to fucking reconsider her tactic.
He doesn't look up from the book. He's just reading. Yes, Charlotte.
Okay. I
Hello.
mean, unless he's gonna do something to sway her otherwise, she's gonna stick with what she normally does and just head up the porch steps.
Like I said, he just goes, "Yes, Charlotte." Obviously, is you want something type of thing.
No, she is gonna take a fucking risky move. By which I mean she's gonna do what she used to do like every fucking morning and come over and just sit on the other end of the porch swing.
He doesn't look up. Still reading.
Just dropping by.
For his social callers and more business.
Social call.
Maria's inside.
Glance over, see if he's like white knuckling or anything like that.
He's white knuckling. That is relief is rage 4, man. He's might be a silent, guy, but he's an angry motherfucker at times.
Oh yeah. She knows that feel at this point. No, she looks over, she catches the subtle sign, on top of the not so subtle essential go away, and just kind of gives a nod. Okay. Hops up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
go. You see Maria pittering around the kitchen as she usually does. Like, she seems to be arranging it, turning and twisting. She seems, you can tell she's probably rearranged different things in the living room. It's almost like she's trying to brighten the place up in the kind of cold winter.
Yeah, she'll hit the door, slide off the fucking big old snow boots. Actually, probably first call ahead because let's face it, if she gets a reception like that, she ain't gonna be there long. Hey, Maria.
Hello. Seriously, she's like got her head in the fucking oven. She's obviously cleaning. Hear
On a
like
hand?
fucking scrub, 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 scrub. No, no, I got it.
She'll finally, reach down to pluck the laces on her boots, pull her feet out so she's not trucking half melted fucking slush through the house.
She
And
eventually
yeah,
sticks her head out, you know, re reapplying the fucking ponytail of her big thick raven hair.
early start on the spring cleaning.
Place needed a clean.
Fair enough.
She kind of gives you that kind of stare as if, kind of, you know, normally you start talking. You know what I mean? That kind of like, she's
She just
pouring herself a drink.
she distracts herself by like, I don't know if their kitchen even has like a counter and stools, but
It
I'm
does,
fucking
yeah, it does.
fabricating one so I can sit at it.
It
Oh,
does.
she just clambers up.
But she gives you the stares. Normally you start talking by now. You know, that kind of awkward, like, eh.
Okay, there's enough awkward for everyone. Oh, any other recent disasters I've missed?
Don't know. Probably.
Probably. Oh fuck.
I mean, there's the daily missions and stuff that they're all doing and interacting in the city and pushing against the spirals and, you know, the daily duties.
Yep. Yep. Still trying to figure out a way to crack that line.
Shrugs. Normally killing them is a good one.
Yeah, we'll figure. If only they just march out single file and make it easy.
Suppose.
You been in the middle of all that too now?
I mean, I got called in to help with the people in the east and stuff, so, you know,
Oh
helping out
shit.
the tail singer and stuff like that. Just shrugs. Leaf and I went over.
Hmm. Any progress over there? Or is it still just a clusterfuck fucking civilian
Pit,
army?
it's pitch battles mainly. We tag as much as they try and take us. It's kind of they're a bit craftier, so we get them, and you know, it's nobody's died or anything, but it's they're clever, you know.
Is it the same kind of clever I saw? The kind of chess master thing? You think you've pushed in and got a thing, and then
It's a bit
another
like that,
fucking
yeah.
group swoops in?
It's a bit like that, yeah. We've picked and choose where we're fighting, so we've we've gained some ground, lost some ground. It's been a bit of a stalemate at the minute.
Jesus.
It's nothing. It just shrugs. It's nothing serious. It's just, you know, it's the early stages.
Yeah. Feeling it out, learning the tricks. At least nobody's dying.
Yeah, sorry, banged my fucking mic.
Oh shit. Good to know there's more people out east at least.
Shrugs. Hey. Well, since we were given an order. She says she pulls a drink. She takes a swig of a drink.
It's kind of a helpless shrug.
Oh, in no uncertain terms that we have to participate. Made it sound like we didn't bother at all.
Used to working with people you like.
Shrugs. Yeah. Suppose. Could be worse though. At least nobody brought our fucking tribal loyalty into question.
Let's just kind of pull into a line. It was a damn fool thing to say, and she's been taken up on it.
I'm sure she has. And there'll be another time where they say it again and again and again.
Nah,
Yeah,
working
I'll
on a
believe
strike
it
system now.
I'll believe it when I see it, Charlotte. No offense, but this is not the first time, and it's certainly not going to be the last.
Well, I'm not in your head and can't say I was as unhappy about it as you guys were. I was sure as fuck unhappy.
Oh, I mean, I was all ready to be diplomat, but then again,
And she said some damn full shit.
yeah, well, I've noticed a lot of people, despite us being friends, your pack seems to say a lot of damn full shit of my tribe lately.
Someone else say some shit about you? She actually
No,
snaps a glance over,
Maria just
full
takes
ready to go ham.
Maria just takes a drink. Let's just rewind it back.
Oh, let's not. Just rubbed her
Well,
face.
from my perspective, how am I supposed to feel? Every time.
I don't know what to tell you. I can't win for losing.
Shrugs. I mean, message is clear in my mind. So,
Really?
what am I supposed to think?
Getting really fucking done with how much people generalize and assume.
Just takes a drink. Okay, no problem then.
I don't have an issue with you, and I don't have the issue with your tribe. I'm sorry that Yolana rattled off like she did. Said something stupid because, well, she was doing something uncharacteristic already. I'm not saying she has an excuse to say what she said, and I took her to fucking task for it.
Ah, well,
So did McDuncan.
Neary's lot are always like that anyway, so. Don't worry about it, Charlotte. I'll smile and we'll raise glasses and drink to it later. Don't worry about it. She shakes her head.
I want you to be fake with me.
You're a Raya. I can't exactly go around shouting and screaming at you. Wouldn't be proper. Especially in my own house.
It's when she goes, especially in her own house, Charlotte just kind of deflates a bit because, yeah, hospitality is what it is, even if it wasn't formally offered. She knows better.
So, she just shrugs idly. It's not like she's mad. She doesn't seem mad. It's just like, yeah. It's almost accepting. It's not your fault. It seems to be the way of things lately.
If I knew any way to you sure you will make it better besides saying the same things I've always said? I would.
Maybe it's the same things I'm just keep hearing. Maybe it gets at you. I heard you slap my brother as well.
She pulls a bit of a face, glances aside. It got personal.
Nods. Mm-hmm.
I was doing everything I could not to lose my shit in their fucking pack house. I regret it, but
You're Uriah? He's not.
I'm sure it did a world of good for what he was already thinking and saying about me.
Damon doesn't talk about you.
Kind of flicks a glance over just to get a quick expression on it.
She looks offended by the tone you actually took as well. You can see it. It rolls up in her eyes. Damon
Not that
doesn't
he
talk.
was not that
Damon
he was
doesn't.
saying in front of anyone else. Just
Damon doesn't speak about you at all. In fact, if you bring up you to him, he promptly shuts the conversation down as quick as he can.
wasn't implying gossip.
Shrugs. Like I said, you're the Uriah. He's not. There's not much I can say. If he got personal to the point where he offended you as an agent and he got slapped for it, well, not much I can do, can I? In the eyes of the nation. I'm
I
not
know.
angry. I'm not angry with you. It's the way it is.
Wouldn't be offended if you were.
What's the point?
Flicks a glance over.
It'll just end the same way anyway.
It's the same way.
We'll not talk to each other. We'll yell. Your packmates will yell at mine. Something will happen. We'll all make friends again. And then something will happen again. So I'm just not indulging it. No matter how tempting it is. Just not bothering. Because it'll just repeat a cycle. But frankly, I'm tired of repeating. I'm not angry with you. I'm not telling you you're not my friend. I'm not saying any of that. I'm just not indulging that. I've already got enough people angry in my head. It rubs the back of her head. And, just rubbing her big, thick raven hair.
I'd ask if there's anything I could do to help, but I get the distinct feeling not the best thing I could do at this point is fuck off.
He's angry with you. He's angry with a lot of things.
Yeah.
He doesn't get angry often, so sometimes he just lets it out. He
Oh,
won't he won't lash out at you. He won't do anything. He'll do what he always does and internalize that. It's how he copes.
Yeah.
But
That sucks.
I'm not going to tell you he's not angry.
Appreciate it.
Shrugs. I mean, yeah, fucking eyes. They can see him.
Yep.
Said it was rough to see your alpha be put into place like that. I'm
Yeah.
not saying you did it. I'm not saying anyone did it. Sure, I don't fucking know. I'm not a file docs. It was rough to see the person you. Lily is not the strongest of us, no. But we follow her because she accepts who we are. I'm a Fianna, Lisa Ulrichsen. She doesn't care. It's never been an issue. And we've looked out for each three of us. And Lily and I we survived the first raid on Mulesma together, even after Darren died. When that bear tried to drag her away, it was me and her. And to see someone beaten down like that, just shakes her head. It's a hell of a thing.
Yeah.
But it's the way of it. Punishments are punishments, and well, all you can do is just pick up the pieces.
And I mean, Charlotte is in that state where it's, let's face it, she's not but so guarded with Maria and Leaf. So, yeah, she feels some ways about how it went down, but there's not much to be said about it, really. It's still there as it's being discussed, that little bit of a scrunch of, mm, I suppose that's all there is to do, but can't really even say it without just sounding like I'm trying to appease or something.
What are you trying to say now?
I mean, after all this, saying if there's anything you need, I'm here doesn't really count for much, does it?
No, it doesn't, Charlotte. It really doesn't. I don't mean it to be sounding offensive, but she kind of shrugs and looks around.
It is what it is. She kind of glances over, just like, through the kitchen doorway, like towards the stairs. I never thought it'd get like this.
What you mean?
I just hate it. I
Hate
used to
what?
live here.
Yeah, well,
Look at how far I've gone. And about how much good it's done me. I regret a lot. Kind of flicks a glance over at her. Earnestly do.
You what?
I regret a lot.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for the things I said the last time I came over. And I'm sorry that I didn't. I don't know. I had no idea Yolana would fire off at the mouth like that, or I would have stopped it.
We Fianna are used to being judged. We Fianna are used to that. We're
There's nothing
used
to
to
judge.
we're used to ignorant people telling us that we're just none but a bunch of drunken fools who'll be organized if we stop drinking and fighting each other. But I'll tell you what, that fucking Fury saw what happens when you rile us. And I hope she never fucking forgets. And
I don't
what'll
think she
happen
will.
and what'll happen next if I hear her open any words of that cunt fucking mouth of hers.
No, she's not gonna say shit.
She spread her hands. Everyone always says shit.
Well, I suppose then if she says the wrong shit to the wrong person, she will get what happens to people in the nation who say the wrong shit to the wrong person.
Just takes a drink. We'll see. We'll see. Because I could talk shite for miles on end. I could rattle off 50 different ways I'd skullfuck her. By the end, I'll be asked to take a side. She just shrugs. And I'll be made to feel guilty for picking my own.
So glance over?
I stood by my brothers and sisters.
Of course she did.
But for a person who grew up with us, a person who watched us all, shared the same home with me. Hell, she even took my brother in her bed. Was going to marry him.
I should have put her out on the spot, but
I
I'd
found
never
her
expected to hear something like that.
I found her opposing me.
I didn't want to oppose you.
But you did. And you didn't say it. And you didn't do it. And I'm not shouting. I'm not raising my voice. I'm not telling you you're a bastard or anything like that. I'm not trying to fight you. I'm not trying to throw rocks or spit or yell or scream. Just find it ironic.
I find it a bit worse than ironic.
Well, there are things I could say, but it'll just waste time. I'll throw a knife wound in that's no need to be further twisted for either of us.
She only just kind of displays her hands. Not gonna lie. I should have done more. She said it, but
But
I was reeling.
you keep saying that to me. Keep saying you should have done more, you should have done this. In the
Hindsight's
end,
great. Doesn't amount to much, does it?
just closes her eyes and takes a drink. In the end, you were still opposing us. And me. And Damon. And all of us. He asked the young Cleith, your person, who was screaming about how she was your beta, asked the Cleith of our people to choose between us and you. Because she represents you.
Oh, no, I know.
All Alistair has done since he came here is preach about being together. I've watched him, you know. I watched him give a speech in the fucking bar. I watched him in the beer gardens. I watched him there. I even wanted to see what he was capable of. And all he spoke of was being together. Fianna and Git. Fighting together. And I just find it sad that he was asked to do that.
It's coming from a mediator.
Coming from a mediator who is representing another one. Who has the deed named the Web of Peace. I've just found it sad. I found it sad that you had people there that would do you such injustice.
See, again, like, it's. She's been doing a lot of kind of glancing around because, let's face it, for one, it's just not polite to look other Guru in the eye. But she does flick another kind of glance over. She's not taking pains to hide how she feels about the whole thing. Just kind of glances over to see how earnest that last comment was, because let's face it, it's something that she needs to hear, but she doesn't know how much Maria feels it.
It's Maria. Maria doesn't hide how she feels when she's given those type of Galliard type things. She's all Fianna and passion, and there's no word of a lie in when she speaks like that.
You know, that's why I like him so much, McDuncan.
Takes a long drink. Yeah. And how long before you make him conflict his principles?
Not gonna.
Really?
I admire his principles. I want to see him flourish.
She just takes a breath. Like I said, I'm not going to say what I want to say because it'll just be more conflict.
There.
But you point outwards. Everybody saw that. You may admire his principles, but your people don't. So, just takes a drink. Like I said, I'm not trying to fight.
Yeah.
It's just.
Not good. Just kind of shrugs. It's not. This isn't like a careless shrug. It's, if anything, it's kind of helpless. So Maria says it's just, and she says, not good.
There are words I could choose, but that would just twist a knife in that I don't want to twist.
Appreciate the restraint.
The only one at the minute who has any from my pack. That's saying something. One is angry, the other is healing. But here we are.
Here we are. No truth be told, I do feel like I'm already pushing it. So.
Sure.
Sure.
I mean, if you feel like you're pushing it, gesture at the door.
Am I wrong?
Like I said, have what you want. Go right ahead.
I don't want to just take what I want. I actually give a shit. I know it doesn't always show, but I do.
Yeah. Well, he gave a shit about you. Look where that got us. Just, raises her glass and just takes it like down and finishes his drink. He still gives a shit about you. That's why he's so angry with you. It's because he gives a shit.
Yeah.
She reaches over to like the whiskey bottle and pours herself another glass, essentially.
I mean, she ain't gonna stop her. And yeah, with the point and all, she flicks a glance back towards the porch and ways. Because let's face it, she's more than willing to catch a punch off Leaf if it means he actually starts talking to her, but. Would that actually help or make it worse? It's really anyone's fucking guess right now that isn't in his head. Finally kind of starts to pull herself up a bit, glancing over. I'm sorry that I've done wrong by you.
It's not just you, honey. Don't worry about that. If I distinctly remember your friend Alice, while she was sucking on Lily's dick, she was still talking about a leaf behind his back. David's provoked my brother into a fight. Juno, well, we all know what Juno was. Only decent packmate you ever had was Gemma. That poor girl got herself killed. It's not just you, sweetheart. At least you actually came and apologized. Pat her hand, pat Charlotte's knee. Like, not condescendingly, it's almost like sympathetically.
Yeah, Charlotte finally just kind of glances aside and just, you know what? She's an Adrian, and that's all well and good, but she's known Maria too long, and she's like, "Is there something that I'm doing wrong that I keep attracting people like this?"
Yeah. Yeah, there is. You give too much of yourself to them. You try to be their friend. And they take it, and they twist it, and they use it. You try to be their friend before you be their alpha. That doesn't work like that. You try too hard to understand them before they understand who you are. And I'm not saying get hard and cold and steal. It's just fucking bullshit. It's just an excuse for the likes of other people just to wave their dick around. But there's a difference between respect and friendship. And they don't have any respect for you.
I just, I'm not gonna lie. There's parts of it I mean, I understand, and you're right. But it just seems to make sense to want to understand people that are gonna be in your head.
There's a difference between understanding them and opening up your chest and telling them where to put the knife in. And standing on your own 2 feet, making your point known so when they know to come at you, they'll know that you won't fucking budge on it.
Yeah, she gets a nod.
But shrugs, it's your pack.
Yep.
And you made what you made by that.
Don't even have a totem yet. I've already broken it.
What you mean?
I mean, it's kind of, she flicks aside like that little half smile, trying to make like she's making light of it. And she fucking, well, makes fun of herself. Kind of ironic when you've got to fix it before it's even put together.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'll have to figure it out over. I don't know. Fuck up and stay alone. At this rate, it seems to be either success or dumpster fire with nothing in between.
If that's us you, I think that's them too.
Sorry, say that again?
I don't think that's just you, I think that's them too.
Yeah.
Who knows, maybe Alistair can wrangle you around.
He's doing his damnedest. Fucking appreciate him for it.
Yeah, well, can't speak to you again. She takes a drink.
Sorry.
Or if your fury bitch gets him killed.
Oh no. Nah, he's not going anywhere.
Don't
He's
say
the
that to
fucking
me,
best out
Charlotte.
of us.
Don't say that to me. Let's not, even though I just said it, let's not pretend.
Yeah.
Just fix your fucking back. And stop. She closes her eyes and pauses. You can see it. She pauses. Very slowly, pausing. Takes in a breath. And just lets it out very slowly. And if the fuckers don't listen, either make them or cut them out. And stop latching on to dead things that don't want to bother.
She just nuts. Is there any way that I can tell whether that was her calming herself or someone else reaching out and tapping on their shoulder and being like, hey?
It was a bit of both. Bit of both. She was trying to calm herself, you know what I mean? She just got a little extra bit of like, you're all right, you know what I mean? Because you can see the glass is starting to crack in her hand. But she calmed herself. It was a bit of both. With your perception dice, it was a bit of both. She was trying to calm herself. She got a little bit of a tap to make sure she was doing it.
Thank you.
Yeah. I'll be waiting for you on the other side.
Bit of a nod. And then, actually, now that I'm thinking about it, probably actually a glance over. Because I'm assuming she means on the other side of succeeding or failing in that, but for all I know, she just wants a chance to fucking rough tumble through the fucking Umbra. So, gauging glance, make sure I'm not completely misreading.
You're completely misreading. she she means like when succeeding or failing.
Okay. I had a moment of self doubt. Thoughts. Look forward to it.
Yeah.
Thanks for talking to me, Maria.
No problem. You can see she's definitely trying to fight back against her own. You know what I mean?
Yeah, she's feeling all kinds of ways, and the longer I'm here, the harder it's getting.
Yep. She's not even looking at you. She's looking down at the ground. You can see it. She is, ooh, holding it in.
gonna stop pushing. You.
Sure.
And yeah, there's kind of a. She's even catching herself, honestly, because there's a lot of things that she would like to tell her, but saying, if there's anything you need about, need to talk about, I'm here. It doesn't really carry far when the situation between you and that person's packmates isn't good. It'll just sound like fucking glad handing. So yeah, she just pulls herself down and glances back on her way out. You on the other side?
Yeah.
Yeah, she's just gonna head towards the door and give Maria some fucking breathing space because Lord knows she needs it right now.
Yes. You head towards the door. Leaf's still there at the porch. Lily is upstairs.
She waffles briefly at the door as she's, tugging her shoes over, glancing at the stairs. And you know what? No, she's gonna be a fucking adult and she is going to put the boots back down and yeah, just head up. Fuck it.
Gonna see Lily.
Yeah.
Oh my.
Yeah, she's gonna put on her big girl panties. She's gonna go upstairs and I mean I'm assuming Lily's door is shut.
Yes. You assume correctly.
Yeah, she pads up the stairs in her socks and gets the weirdest kind of broken, heart wrenching nostalgia and goes over and stops outside Lily's door, just kind of leaning on the door frame and rapping on it with a knuckle.
There's a silence. There's a notable silence.
Lily, can I have a brief word?
It takes a while for you hear before you hear any like noise. You know what I mean? Like it takes a good while. Now I don't have any pictures, so you're just gonna have to bear with me. But Lily does not look like that.
No, Lily looks like someone who's had her fucking collarbone broken
Mm-hmm.
and probably has some sort of sling or cast situation going on, if not like a fucking head brace on top of it.
Pretty much. Her she still even has a black eye. Her face looks, yeah. The way you even saw it, the way he hit her with the rock and everything is just Jesus. You know what I mean?
Yep, at least she saw it, so she's braced. So she doesn't pull some sort of damn full expression. And
That
honestly, she's kind of surprised if Lily comes to the door at all. She kind of figured she'd just have to talk to her through it.
the door half opens and you just see probably the one of Lily's the good side essentially. Like she doesn't open it fully, just like it's on a chain.
I just wanted to say something that was overdue while I was here.
She doesn't answer, just the one kind of sky blue. She's same eyes as her mother.
I didn't do right by you. Saying what I did. I was here in your home the last time I came around. I wanted to apologize. I said I was coming to you with an open mind, and I made a liar out of myself. I'm sorry that you had to be on the receiving end of it. I'm sorry that I did it.
Yeah, the eye just looks at you, blinks.
And after a bit of a pause, giving her a chance to process and to say something if she wants to, if you and your packmates.
You get the distinct impression it hurts Lily to talk even because he got
Oh,
it right in the
God.
fucking boom, like that kind of to the point in the collarbone where it connects right to the neck. That
Hmm.
point got it right there. That's why she was making those weird gasping noises.
Yeah. So, yeah, she kind of pauses and thinks about it for a second. It says, if you and your packmates decide that you want some manner of satisfaction, I'll invite it and gap aside. It exists. But I thought it was only right to say that much to you. And she gives a bit of a pause because let's face it, if Lily desperately wants to convey something, it's pretty likely there will either be feet on the stairs or there will be a writing implement used or something. But
They'll just say, "You have gotten your blood," and I can't do the voice because it would actually kill my throat. But it's
it's bad.
raspy. It's raspy.
And there's a pause, and I'm assuming that logically what she's referring to is the state she's in currently.
Mm-hmm. Doesn't say with any malice in her voice. It's just very simple, like stating as if as if she's stating a fact.
It wasn't about me. We haven't been the best of friends, but I hope that you earnestly don't believe that if I had understood that it would be done like this, I would have in any way been okay with it. Not coming for blood.
No, you are. She closes her eyes, and you actually see it's not that she's upset. That's pain that she's crying from. You know what I mean? Because
Oh, yeah.
ah ah, and like part of you is wondering why Lily won't heal herself. It's this almost stubbornness. Is like no. Do you know what I mean?
Yep. She's always been that way, so what's she gonna do? Lily only heals if it's necessary for her to go into combat.
You have gotten what you wanted.
Oh, if you do want to discuss it at length, I can always wait. Come back when you're more healed. The last thing I want to do is come in here and impose on you again. I don't
You
take
have
satisfaction in the state you're in.
you have made your position clear to my back. Whether you ordered it or not, you have all made it clear and gotten the blood for it. The punishment was agreed on by a Philodox council. Whether it was a vote or not, it was agreed on. Swallows and winces. I am not looking for sympathy.
I wouldn't insult you by giving it to you. Let's face it, Lily don't want pity.
Nope. That is, she is choosing. She again, like Lily's not hiding out of like shame. It's almost like she is taking her time away from everyone. You know what I mean? And she will come back when she's goddamn gone, good and ready. You know what I
Yep.
mean?
It's a pretty fucking handy excuse to stay the fuck away from people while you get your shit back together. Let's face it.
Your it is made clear, and in the eyes of the Sept, it is made clear.
And I apologize too for wasting your time.
You have not wasted my time.
I'm not gonna lie, there's a even if she's trying to keep her shit straight, there's gonna be some mild surprise at that.
Lily's just turning, walking. She doesn't close the door. You just see her just going to sit down. She's got like a blanket wrapped over her. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Charlotte isn't going to invade her room to follow unless there's some, even a mild gesture or a sign given. Just stays propped at the doorway. Because let's face it, even asking and going for like the just nod or shake your head. Oh, yeah, that's not going to work out. I suppose I'll just have to remedy that.
If that is what you wish.
It is. Chosen a hell of a way to repay years of kindness.
Mm.
In the interest of not repeating past mistakes, let my actions speak for me instead of sitting here and making promises. Thank you for speaking to me.
Doesn't say anything back.
It's a little bit of a nod, and unless she's going to otherwise engage, Charlotte's gonna let her be. Because let's face it, she could sit here and talk herself into an even worse position. She could sit here and say, I'm gonna make it better, which doesn't count for much until you've done it. Not anymore.
Yes.
So, no, she says her last little bit and thanks her for her time and starts easing back down the stairs. And then goes to put on her boots.
Okay.
Yep. Put on her coat. Step out onto the porch. She's spared Leaf a glance just because, I mean, he's probably still angry. He's got
Yes.
every reason to be.
Sitting there reading his book.
Totally reading his book. Definitely not fuming.
Nope.
And, I mean, she'll pause and just kind of. I mean, she's not even going to look over at him because let's face it, if he's trying to keep it quiet enough that he found a very politely roundabout way to tell her to go inside and get away from him, she can at least be polite enough not to look over and search for signs of anger. If for when you do decide you want to talk, be around.
You have said enough already. And you have chosen which camp you lie in.
Have I?
You did not pick the devil of cockroach, but instead the devil of a shadow.
Looks a glance over.
He looks up and, man, Leaf's stare has always been scary.
Yeah, she's back on the outside looking in. And yeah, that's her. Leave you shook.
I am a philodox like you. When I check things, I check many different things. I notice who goes into the hangman, and I have, in my observings, watched you go in many times. I am also not naive enough not to follow up on these leads, although the Shadow Lords are notorious for not giving me anything. I have also seen you and held you and healed you, and I know what mark lays upon your leg. That is not a Hafren, that is a crow, that is not a raven. I am not making a judgment, I am not accusing, but I know when somebody is marking themselves to display loyalty.
There is that beautiful moment where Charlotte has so many things to say, and every awareness in the world that she could easily say the wrong fucking thing in this moment. And so she just opts to stay quiet. I mean, let's face it, that stare doesn't help.
Hang on, let me
Yeah,
get this into let me get this into proper perspective.
that fucking stare, Jesus Christ.
There you go. That is probably the perfect one.
Go minicam.
Yeah, one sec. Mannequins being a butt.
Yep, it lags. Is Q.
Come on. Come on. Okay, now it's finally working. There you go.
Jesus.
Ignore the eye bit, but
Yeah, that's still, nope.
you
Yeah,
said it's that famous fucking Lethal Rixon stare.
let's face it, she hasn't been on the outside of that stair for a long time. So, yeah, there's about 80 things that bubble through her head, and she doesn't say any of them. Not one.
I will not ask a Philodox to compromise her oath, sworn that we all take during these meetings. I will not say the thoughts occurring in my mind of conveniency, of that tribe was not allowed to defend tribe. I will not say these things, no matter how much the rage dictates I should. I will not humiliate you as my alpha has been humiliated. And I will not ask you to choose a side. My alpha still has not said you are an enemy. Maria has not said such things, and therefore you are not one to me.
No, on that one, there's just quiet nod of, is that the nod of understanding? Let's face it. I mean, how many people has he affixed with the stairs? She's never felt so much like a rabbit in her fucking life.
I mean, he's done it before to people with judgment. You know what I mean? Like Leaf when he gets going, man. You know what I mean?
Yep, she's not buckling, but oh Jesus, she hasn't seen that stairs since
His
the first
voice
time she came to him for a judgment.
and his voice, even like I'll put into perspective his voice, even now as an agent, he has big power on his voice now. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like that's a weight of an agent for get a finished Philodox looking at you. You know what I mean? And I will not be crass to reject the judgment and bring it into question. I am not that man. It is done, but I will not forget it.
It's another nod. Because nope, no, he won't. She wouldn't expect him to.
And those who dealt it will have their victory for now. For a wolf will wait in the snow until the crows are fat and lacking before he returns.
Yep, that is. Mm, that's a statement right there.
Yeah.
Man, look at how hard she is not gonna ever report or mention that. Ooh,
Oh, he's locking eyes with like I mean he you know the way Guru it's disrespect I mean he
it is
straight
to
eye
a
lock
point,
Katie.
but they're of a rank, so there's no.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, unless one of them fucking throws a challenge behind it, no. And she is not looking away from it.
And if my words bring a crow at my door, then they are welcome to try.
Oh,
You are not an enemy, unless you give me reason to be one.
I have no desire to be your enemy.
Mm.
Thank God for her willpower. Yep, she's still holding.
He just takes a breath. Desire and duty are a very different thing. But I will not make such bold assumptions. That is not our way as judges. But my gaze will be there. Remember that. Firefly on rye.
Did
No,
he?
sorry. Yuff, yuff,
Oh, I'm
yuff.
saying like,
Yeah.
oh god.
Slip of the tongue, slip of the tongue, slip
Okay,
of the tongue.
it's cool.
Firefly yuff. Remember that. And bear word of it to your pack, should they disrespect it. For they will not receive the same respect I have given you, nor any of your ilk.
There's a light nod. Again, of understanding.
He looks back down at his book.
Yeah, how well Charlotte is managing how shook she is.
It's gonna be a high diff, because whoa, whoa.
It's the irony is like it being Leaf. Like that stare is rough, but just having to be on the outside looking at it Leaf sucks.
I didn't put music on for you because of the stare as well. What you're facing.
Awesome.
How's she looking, Katie?
Okay, let's see. Ooh, 10. Yay.
Barely.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. So how's that coming across? Because that's barely kept in.
The irony is that she's. I mean, yeah, it's fucking terrifying, and that'll work its way to the surface soon enough. But in her case, considering the history they've got, it hits a little deeper than that. And he turns and looks at his book, and she turns to go, and she's not wiping her face. You're wiping your face. Fuck you. Just starts tromping down the stairs because it is better to get the fuck away from him before she either decides to start crying or shaking. Whichever one really bubbles to the purpose first, but
Let's roll leaf.
yeah, at least initially she's more upset than afraid.
Oh dear. Have you nothing to say?
She stops. She doesn't turn around. In fact, man, that tree, I'm going to stare really hard at that tree because there's nothing upsetting about that tree. It's just tree shaped.
I'm sorry, no, I can't ruin a serious moment like that.
Yeah, she just keeps eyes forward because, she makes it what? All of it, down the steps. That's it. Is there anything I could say that wouldn't sound like some shallow platitude or appeasement?
That is for you to decide, not I.
The head tips offside a little bit. She's not going to let him see her whole face because she's not crying, you're crying. I'll never be your enemy, Leaf.
Look at me and say it.
Man, that's going to take her a second. Because with them on equal standing, I mean, he can force the issue the old fashioned way, but at this point, she's not sure she'd put it past him. So she
Do you
takes a
turn
second.
Do you fucking turn around? That's the
She
question.
will. She is just going to take a second and, like, do that suck in her breath and hold it thing where it's like, I'm calm, everything's fine. And, yep, try to rub her face, and let's see if her willpower's doing any better. Why you gotta hurt me, Leaf? It's 2 8s. That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, she takes a second, and yeah, the hand goes up, but she finally turns herself around. And I mean, there's no point in pussyfooting it by not looking at him. So she turns around and looks up at him. Great, she gave him a height advantage. That doesn't make this any more menacing.
Oh, he stands this time, up to his full height. Leaves a big boy.
Yes, yes, he is, and he's up on the porch, and she's down on the ground.
If you're going to make a statement like that, you look someone in the eye. And not show your back to me as if you're a prey animal. As if I am something to be cast off and not taken seriously.
I will never be your enemy.
I will hold you to that.
I hope you do.
Oh, oh boy. Oh boy, Kitty. Oh boy. Oh geez.
I mean, let's
Oh.
face it, at this point, she's just kind of waiting for the inevitable outburst. Not saying she won't flinch, but she's expecting it.
Alright, so we're gonna put his charisma. We're gonna put his intimidation. I'm gonna put his pure breed. That's not the best roll. But he
Good,
leaned
because she
forward.
doesn't need to pee herself right now. Mister, I'm not going to
Actually,
humiliate you.
okay, it's still 3. But he's not trying to humiliate you, no. It's more of like, I hope you will. And it's more of the big chest comes up. He doesn't snarl, but his stare gets that much more. I wouldn't say menacing, no. It's cold. As he leans forward. I am an Ulrichson of the old world. I do not hope when I say that a person is not my enemy. I do not hope when I say someone is Exempt from that, I mean it. With every fiber of my being until they give me reason otherwise. And then I face my enemy with every fiber of my being. Do not give me hope. Give me your truth and honor. I am not a glass walker. I am a Gate of Fenris. Speak to me as such. Or leave.
Alright, let's roll the willpower against the intimidation and see how that goes.
You got 3.
You get 3?
Yes. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Oh, 2. 2. It's just 2.
Better chance. Oh god, yeah, she holds it together. But he has certainly conveyed a certain amount of seriousness, so yeah, she pulls herself up. It's, you know what? Lena always taught her. And it's kicking in. She just pulls herself up, squares her shoulders a bit better. And yeah, she looks up at him. Even with him being on, this is his home turf. He has the height, he has every advantage. There is nothing that can make you my enemy. There is nothing that could make me fight you.
Remember that.
Well,
Good. I won't forget.
good.
Do you have any further business here? Yuff.
No.
Then leave. That's what yeah, there's the Fenrir snarl.
Yeah. She just turns and she starts walking. She can have her breakdown when she gets out of range.
Yeah, and you leave.
Yeah, she marches the fuck off of their territory. Probably heads a good bit around and makes sure she's well away from the water when she finally just lets herself be upset about it. But I mean, it's not like she's gonna have a full scale nervous breakdown, but she's not in the prettiest shape.
Do you want to end it there, Katie?
Yeah, I suppose so.